a star. You better be exactly who you
When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's and kindnesses. But I still sip tea and chant om and live free. Cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs up, little juicy. My dialogue, little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's a costume to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me. And my strength is now inhuman, I get that straight from my omi. Signed in silver, mouth the grill of yours and truly.
You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my Malabees, reciting affirmations like holy rites, and I still don't know everything, but I guess
you're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Hello, family.
I'm so happy. My cheeks hurt. I've been smiling all day.
I'm telling you, y'all, welcome to another episode of Bits of Tea, okay, where, we share the raw most stimulating conversations, just sharing perspectives and concepts, everything in support of living in wholeness. All right, you may laugh, you may cry, but most importantly, we hope you leave inspired.
Yes.
And as always, shout out to Power Plug Radio, you guys. Catch us live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and share, okay? Make sure you download the app in the Apple Store or Google Play. Tell Alexa, download Power Plug Radio. And you can also visit the site, powerplugradio.com. And you can also join the conversation at 727-686-0512.
Yes.
You know what it is.
Yes, always. Thank you. I forgot this last time. I won't let it happen again. But thank you, Power Plug Radio and your crew. The crew is awesome. Thank y'all so much
I love them
for just having us here. You already know what it is.
Okay, so we have another really, really good show for you guys.
For sure.
We want to kick it off with some vibe talk for you on some of our personal team.
Yeah.
And then we are going to dive into the TT of tonight, okay? So before we dive into identity, because that's what we're talking about tonight.
For sure.
Let's go ahead and just share what's going on. Why we so happy right now?
Yes, no. So we were able to go to our site today and start knocking down some walls. And let me tell you, that is the best way to get out anything that you are just pissed about, happy about, whatever. But it was super fun.
I'm telling you. And for those of you who do not know, you guys, we own a wellness center. We are the first and only Nubian-owned, women-led wellness center in the Tampa Bay area. We are experts in pain management, but we specialize in transformation. So we do body work. We are licensed massage therapists, okay? And that is what we are bringing to the community. And so we just recently signed our lease for our location. We are super excited, and we are in the beginning phases of a build out. So, today, we had to knock down a couple of walls. That's why I love my producer, because she got my back. She got my back and my front. So I love it. So like Queen Jade said, we knocked down some walls with some sledgehammers.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was therapy. That felt so good to knock down those walls. And so this is the
stay tuned for the grand opening. Yeah,
that's why we smiling so hard, y'all, because we have a physical location that we get to express all of our creations in, and that's really, really dope.
My heart's full.
My heart is also full, and people are excited. It's not just us. The community is excited to have a place where they really align with, and they can come and just be in the midst of good energy.
Absolutely,
and receive a quality touch. So. We out here taking over for the 900.
Why'd your voice get so low? Like when you was going into that, you was like, you know what I'm saying. Like,
because I'm setting the tone. That's why I'm getting y'all relaxed.
You was like, I was over here like one eye open. I'm like, okay, she getting a little voice calming down, right, about to fall out. Right. Yeah, you got a good reading voice.
I do.
Yeah.
I've been told that.
Yeah,
I
you
may
can
start
read some
putting some of my
stories.
work on audio. I've been requested to do that.
Yeah. To be honest with you, it actually works. Like I was just chilling today to be exact, and then you was doing your Instagram thing and showed up there, and I was listening to it.
It was soothing.
Man, it was soothing. I was like, I'm about to fall asleep.
I cannot.
So yes. Off
so
that,
silly.
yes, identity.
Oh my gosh! Wait, before we jump into identity, right? Okay, so we
More.
wanted to
There's more.
fill y'all in on the new place, but now let's transition because y'all know we love tangents, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and transition to the healing that took place before the demoing. Okay, it was a perfect thing because the demo was like the aligned action step,
Really,
of the the releasing of the energies, like getting
up.
it out. You know what I'm saying? Like really just you know.
Emotional releases are real, you guys.
You guys. Okay, so
They really
let's
are.
give you guys a bit of information here that is just very important to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when it comes to the body, and I've said this before, when it comes to the body, right? The body is a brilliant mechanism. However,
Amazing.
it stores everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the physical body stores everything. Your experiences, big and little traumas, and even emotions. Okay. And so when it comes to the things that are trapped within our bodies, it really creates a life of like mess, if I could just put it like that, because
It's true.
These trapped emotions and these trapped traumas and things that our bodies hold on to, they are stuck within our nervous system and they inhibit us. They inhibit our expression and the things that we are actually able to do. And so if you don't have any awareness of, these trapped emotions, you are going to be expressing all of the energies that reside in you. Okay, that can be anxiety, anger, jealousy,
Absolutely.
envy, helplessness. Okay, peeved, which means irritability. Okay, extreme irritation. That was
Right.
one that I released this weekend. I'm gonna give you the tea on that.
Right.
But there's
so many.
hundreds of thousands,
So many.
of emotions, guys, that you don't even know exist. We really just only think about a few emotions,
Right.
The ones that are the most popular, like anger, sadness, anxiety. Like those are the top three right there. But there's actually thousands of
Right.
emotions that we all have been experienced.
That are also categorized under those umbrellas as well.
Yeah.
So they have multiple layers to
Yeah.
it. Like anger has
Sub-levels.
multiple layers, sub-levels.
I'm telling
Yes,
you.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. So we want you guys to know that there's a such thing called trapped emotions, okay? No, everybody is affected by this, okay? And this is because of the conditioning that
Absolutely.
we were all born into.
Yes.
We were all born into societal, generational, environmental conditioning.
Y'all know this.
And so because of that, as children, we absorb, okay? We absorb everything. Our parents, we are parents, so we can speak, okay? Parents, we teach our children by being.
Right.
And I say this because our children, they watch our every move. They see the things that we don't see.
And the
Okay.
thing is like we actually, like, I'm not saying us, but there's occasions where, parents really think like us as little beings, like we don't know any better, or we not
Right.
understanding that, or we're not
Right.
absorbing that, we're not watching that.
Exactly.
And that is a myth. Like we're
is.
taking in everything. Think of the science behind it. Water, our body is like 70% water. What does water do? It holds memory.
It holds everything.
Oh, it holds everything. Yes.
Yeah.
So as a wee little one, we knew we was holding on to those emotions.
But like kids don't have all the words to
They don't.
explain what they feel or to even explain the experience that they may be in, but they can feel.
They can.
Like everything is energy, words, like expression, like everything, every single thing is energy. And so let's go right into our personal experience. And so we love to study. We love to research. We're always learning because we
Yeah.
are of service. We are in the service industry. And so if you are a practitioner, it is your obligation to always learn. Like we have to actually invest in our,
Yes.
like in order to keep our license active, we have to,
Invest in
education, continuing education.
Yes.
And so it's a plus for us that we just naturally like to study and to research and to, just be better every day. So in our study and our research, stemming from our own pain, physical pain in our body, we came across this beautiful book called The Emotion Code.
Yes.
Okay. And
Shout
within
out to
this
Dr.
book,
Nielsen.
yeah,
Bradley
man.
Nielsen.
Oh my gosh. So the tools that are inside of this book are literally life changing. Okay. As a therapist, we are already aware of the fact that our physical bodies store everything because we assist in people's release every day. We understand that.
Experts in pain management.
But to gain insight on what a trapped emotion actually is and how it actually gets trapped into the body, and then also how to release that is a game changer.
Right.
So we took it upon ourselves to dive in. Ciao.
Well, we are our own scientists at the end of the day.
You know what? Coney, you a master communicator. Talk about dived in, but it sounded good and it made y'all laugh. So I'm gonna take it. We dove in.
We dived it in. Put an extra D on that. Dived it in.
We dove into this healing for ourselves only because you know, we are on a journey. Okay, we have things that we want to release that we know is no longer serving us. Okay, there's aspects of our identity. That no longer resonate with us.
Right.
That we are aware of.
Absolutely.
And once you become aware of something, that's your magic. That's when the change can be made. Because if you don't have any awareness of it, you don't know that it exists.
For sure.
How can it be changed?
Right.
Right. So as we dove into the healing, it was very profound, to be honest. I mean, not only did I release Queen Jade, she was the first victim. She was the first one to release.
I started it on myself. I was like, I'm gonna do this myself.
Let's see, because you could do it on yourself.
Right.
And I encourage and invite all of y'all readers out there, even if you're not a reader, the Emotion Code. Go get that book and go read it and go heal yourself. The tools, the knowledge, everything is available to us at our fingertips. Okay, but if you don't pick it up and implement it, how can you expect change? Right. So we picked it up and implemented it ourselves, and child been crying all the day. I mean, till this morning. I mean, the tears are still coming down. I'm still releasing. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that I had all of this still trapped up inside of me.
Listen.
Girl.
Listen.
I had to almost take a nap today. That's how much healing we've been doing. I was so...
It's draining.
I was like, why am I feeling like I need a nap?
Right.
And that would have been a good nap. But you was like, babe, you can stay home. I'm like, no, I'm going to get up because I want a demo. Like, I want to be a part of the experience. But it really took me out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired.
It really was. So I'll give you a little bit of background on some of the emotions that I had released. I'm going to be completely transparent about it.
Right.
Because this is a part of my identity, because me not realizing I'm still holding on to things that aren't even mine.
I'm telling you.
So it all stems, again, mine from childhood. I can really,
everybody
I can, yeah. So mine is there. Okay. So it ends up being with both my mother and my father. They're both amazing people. Okay. They did the best they could with what they had. So I love them dearly. So regardless, the disclaimer is, if you hear anything that I'm saying, give them a leg up. Okay. It's okay. They're all right.
Right.
But, so it was in relation to my mom,
your dad,
or my dad. My dad was the first one. And I had to let go of resentment. Was in my heart. It was resentment. And, there was, back in the day, like my mother and my father had, divorce. Yeah. Okay. They had gotten a divorce. Mom and dad was in the army and things like that. So what had ended up happening, they split tragically because there was infidelity involved. Okay. So with that being said, I absorbed the emotion of resentment, and I can probably
from your dad,
from my father, in regards to how he was feeling, during that moment. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important to know that, us as children, we're very sensitive, and we can actually absorb these emotions and carry them around, not realizing that it's ours. And then when a situation comes up, there's like this resentment would come into my heart. I'm like, I'm really not feeling this way, but I'm being like, my nervous system is like
responding that way
in resentment. I'm like, this ain't mine. So that was the first. That was a really good one, really big one.
You had not ever known that it existed for 40 years.
Did not know that.
Like, it's been in that you had absorbed that energy when it took place. Yeah. When you were like between the ages of 1 and 3.
1 and 5.
Oh, 1 and 5.
Yes. Yeah.
And 40 years later, it's like
that is not my identity. I'm not like that. Yeah.
No, you are.
My
not
identity
like that.
is not to cause ill will or to have resentment in my heart at all. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's
and
not
hold grudges.
And the whole grudges. That's not me. But when I found myself in these situations, there really was a tug of war inside of me.
Right.
Like, I know this is not how I'm feeling, but I'm moving. My habit is moving in this way.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, well, I'm so happy, to be honest with you, to be able to have released that.
Yeah.
Now this morning, to be honest with you, I had like just a moment of reality
Everybody and if you are on, let me make this
if you're an
disclaimer.
entrepreneur,
if you're an entrepreneur or creative or whatever, you out here doing your thing, going to get your coin, or just out here just expressing yourself unapologetically, you have already either experienced this or you getting ready to experience this. Okay, this is
called expansion.
It's called expansion. Every single body goes through it if you are on this journey. Okay,
right.
So this is totally normal, and it's
so
totally
it's like heart palpitations because things become a little tighter. You know, things are looking like, oh my God, I don't know. So I had already made a decision that, you know what, this particular thing is going to happen, which is the demo. We're going to go ahead and get it done, right? Mm-hmm. And then for some reason, out of nowhere, not right, but it was like out of nowhere, I literally was starting to spaz out. Like, I don't know,
0
like
to 100
what is going on. Like, my indecisiveness came up.
Oh my God, it went from 0 to 100
real quick.
And y'all, let me give y'all some little bit of details. So the thing that the decision that she had already made, like I said, she had made it for something else a week ago,
a long time ago, and stood strong in it,
and saw the response in that decision. So she know that the decision that she was making this time, which is the same thing, was going to yield a positive response. Right. But however, because the decision was so much more expansive, this decision was more expansive than the last decision. Right. And so because of the expansion, you can easily label expansion as anxiety. Y'all.
Yeah.
You can easily mislabel energy. Okay. Just based off of old ass experiences.
Yes.
So when it comes to your identity and it comes to the things that, is no longer.
Right.
When it's no longer, the energy is going to come up to be released.
It was ready today.
And so in that come up was the come up. Okay, you almost took my head out. I'm like, whoa, let's slow down. Let's put a pin in it. Let's put a pin in this. And let's grab our tool, the emotion code, okay?
And let's see what this is.
Are there any trapped emotions contributing to this problem? Because there's always at least one.
There's always one.
There's always at least one trapped emotion, you guys.
In my case, it was 2.
In your case, it was 2. There's always at least one trapped emotion, you guys, that's contributing to your problem and your pain.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you got a problem, you in some type of pain.
We can release.
You don't got it. I read people for a living. Don't let me have to read somebody's life on this show. Okay? Because it's a live show. So I'm a read and it's gonna be the truth.
Yo.
Okay?
Yo.
And so so just know, you guys.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, you got plenty of them. You got 99 problems, okay? And you got the pain to go right along with it. But what I can reassure you of is that there's at least one contributing, trapped emotion contributing to that problem and pain. All right? So going back to Queen Jade, in her case, I had to put a pin in it. I literally stopped her.
It was like, stop. Let's use our tools right now.
She was wanting to make decisions, you guys, that like just wasn't in alignment. And, I wasn't wavering, but she, the way she was responding, I was like,
girl, I was hot and cold. I was doing the double dutch. What you talking about?
You was pacing. You was trying to get in the rope. Get in the rope.
You know what I'm saying? Get in. Oh, I don't know. Hesitating. Like, girl, I could have jumped in like 3 times.
You could have. That's why I was like, we're going to put a pause on this. We're going to put a pin in it. And y'all, so let them know. Are you in a space to let them know what came up?
Yeah. So
what was the trapped emotions that came up for you that was contributing to this problem?
So once again, it was indecisiveness and betrayal that had come up.
Indecisiveness is an emotion. Did y'all know that?
Literally,
I was today years old.
Indecisiveness. I was today's old when I found that out as well. Today emotion. Years old. But indecisiveness is actually an emotion. That's what I was dealing with within that time and that emotion that's wanting to come out. And it actually ended up being a generational emotion that was carried within the lineage. Okay. Wow. Because the coolest thing about this and how we can find this out is just tapping into the subconscious mind through body testing. Okay. We could do this and muscle testing. That's what it was. But yes, so indecisiveness came up and then betrayal. Those two together worked me throughout my entire life, because these are the things that I had witnessed, things that had witnessed with betrayal and indecisiveness that was going on at the same time. Like, if I would make a decision, right, and I felt that was good for the collective, right, as the family unit, then now, mind you, this has nothing to do with the current. This is the old.
Let me tell you that, right?
Okay, so ain't nothing to do with the current. Okay. So, but I am like, so I'm going to reveal that. So it was like I would make a decision, and then that decision would get reprimanded for the decision. So there was more indecisiveness happening within that. Yeah. And then on top of that is like the betrayal, and I didn't know that in betrayal, I looked it up in the Webster's Dictionary because I'm always looking things up. Please look words up if you don't understand them. So I went back to it, and indecisiveness, not indecisive, but betrayal is also associated with infidelity.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was an identity of mine that I knew wasn't there, but I had saw plenty of that during my lifetime. And I'm going to be like straight transparent. Yes, I have before as well. Okay. And that is just because of what I had taken on as a child.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and absorbed that and did that. Whoops, I turned you completely around. My bad. I'm over here messing with the equipment, y'all. My bad. I didn't mean to.
You be talking with your hands.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to like, pow.
Tell me you talk with your hands without telling me you talk with your hands.
Pow. No. But no, so yeah, those two came up, and I feel so much lighter.
It was instant release.
Instant release.
I mean, your body was like, girl, like,
and the tears came.
It came, and you
like
cried.
A flood.
As
I did the ugly cry.
It was an ugly cry, and it was for your
and
ancestors. I feel like
stuff coming out my nose.
It was just a release that.
The ancestors was happy with that too.
It needed to happen, especially before the demo, because we are expanding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so the more we expand, you guys, the more energy we invite in. Okay, this is also financial. So if you are aspiring to make more money, you must know that you have to create the space to receive that. It's more energy, right? And a lot of
let go of things.
Yeah, a lot of times just being a human being on this planet, we are moving through dense energies. We are moving through density.
Okay, and density is...
very heavy, low vibrational, you know, things and feelings and emotions. This is real facts, you know? So, you know, when you are on this journey, it's important that you strive for letting go of what no longer serves you. If it makes you feel low vibrational, I feel like people, you understand what that means. If it makes you feel low vibrational, it needs to be let go. It's no longer serving you.
Makes you feel ill.
It's no longer serving you.
Any of those things.
At all. Mm-hmm. So, so
and I affirmed
this morning.
Yeah. And then after the release, I affirmed that I have released these emotions. I affirmed it. And because of the affirming of it, I feel so much better.
Yes, you do.
Because I am not indecisive. I can make decisions. Okay. Yes. And I don't betray myself. So I'm not going to betray nobody else.
Exactly.
Okay. So anybody that was caught in that whirlwind when was unaware and didn't know, listen, it was unconscious movement. That's it. So I'm apologizing now.
Oh, I love that.
I'm apologizing now for my behavior because now I am realizing that I'm liberated. I'm realizing that had nothing to do with me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm really a lovable person at the end of the day.
You definitely period. Are. I loved you.
I love you too. Hell.
Right.
Hell. Hell. Yeah, here we go with the chimes. Hell. Keep it up.
Gosh.
Keep it up.
Oh my goodness. That
was it. I mean, that's what it is. We were operating in just like habit and we don't know. And you know, I'm not perfect. Yeah. And I'm here to
that's how it is.
Clean it up.
That's how it is for all of us, okay? All of us, when we know these things, when we have certain awarenesses when it comes to our identity, it makes it easier for us to move through the density.
Yeah.
And we move through the pain quicker too. So you're going to feel the pain. You're still going to feel the resonance of the energy leaving your body. That's why you cried so hard.
Man,
because it's painful. Crazy. You're going to feel the pain. But it only lasted for a couple of minutes.
Right. It felt good.
Now that's not to say that some releases take days. Some releases
they'll
take
continue
months.
To come up.
Some releases take years. You know what I'm saying? Every release don't happen that easily. But when you do the work intentionally and consistently every day, the releases do come faster. They do come easier. It gets easier.
And not every release is through tears, y'all. Some releases are bodily.
Yeah, some
releases are bodily. Something, and if and that's considered a release.
Yeah,
sweating, defecating, like
I was gonna say pooping.
Yeah.
You grown?
Yeah, I'm grown. Yeah,
on the commode.
Yeah, on the commode. The commode. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But
laughter also is another release.
Laughter is another way.
There's so many different ways that you will release when it comes to your own process. So it's super cool.
And when you all see us and we're able to like be in your presence, able to not only release the emotions through this amazing system, but also the body work also assists in that. That is 100%. You know, still a go-to, just getting that body work.
It's a must. It's a must for us. Like for us, it's not for everybody, but it's for us and for those who align with how we show up in life. You know what I'm saying? Like we can vouch what we do because we do it on ourselves. So yeah, body work. times energetic work and healing. Oh my gosh, girl, you good.
I'm really good. As far as my identity, it's like I am so much more freer to just be myself. I had put myself in so many different cages and boxes and wanting to do things for other people and meaning it was like I'm doing it for you so that I don't hear your mouth type things. I'm being serious. And then I actually didn't want to do it. So I wasn't even stepping in my full truth or nothing, living a lie, literally
lie.
Just for people pleasing and everything. And that is no longer. So my identity is who I am. I'm loving, you know what I'm saying? I am giving, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to ever stifle that, because that's one of those things I don't want to, because we do it, when we allow people to come in and we're doing all these things, it ends up being like, you get hurt and it's like, I don't want to do it for you no more. But I'm like, but that's just who I am. Like, I'm still going to do it. It doesn't make me a sucker. I'm just going to have the knowledge now
and you have boundaries,
and the boundaries now to make sure that certain situations doesn't happen again.
You give into those who are open to receiving, and you have the capacity to give back, because it's an exchange of energy at this point.
Everybody's identity is lighter. It's not that dense.
I want you guys to think about identity more expansively. So when we say the word identity, I want you to think about it as like a radio station, right?
Yep.
When it comes to your identity, who you are and how you show up in this world, what are you subscribing to? What does your identity say about you? Right. So for me, my identity once was, I identified as someone who worked 40 to 80 hours a week doing Uber on the side, who felt like I needed to do that to survive and to live. I felt like my identity was a part of I need to $20 an hour.
Right.
Is good for me. That was my identity back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is enough for me. This is enough. $20 an hour.
That's good.
40 to 80 hours a week, doing Uber, not sleeping at all, sleep deprived, you know, not eating, not spending time with my child. Like, that was what I was subscribing to.
As your identity.
As my
identity.
Who you are, That's who I was. That's who I was known to be. I was like the top aide. I was highly requested. So
if anybody asks you what do you do, who you are, is that what you would bring up?
Yeah, I'm a direct support professional. Okay, I'm a direct support professional. I'm owning that. You know what I'm saying? I'm top of my game. Yes, I got private clients. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But then, yes, I also working 60, 80 hours a week. Yes, I'm doing Uber on the side. Yes, like, I don't have a babysitter still. Like, I still was subscribing to all these things.
For sure.
And so, just over the years in my own healing, your identity will shift. You have the option to do that. If you don't resonate or align with how you've been showing up for the last decade, it is your birthright to reevaluate yourself, okay? Look at yourself on an identity level and acknowledge what is no longer working for you, and acknowledge that in thought.
Right.
Acknowledge that in your belief systems. Acknowledge that in your emotions and in your actions.
Right.
Right? Like, who are you as a person, and how are you showing up in this world? It's simple. It's a simple question.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of times we don't ask those questions because we don't want to feel the pain. You feeling the pain anyway.
Right.
You already bearing the pain. And so it's like, why not release the pain?
Right.
But the only way to release it is to acknowledge that it exists. Mm-hmm. You got to acknowledge the fact that you're in pain and that there is a problem or some problems, and then you can move from there. Mm-hmm. So... yeah.
I also like to bring up too, like, parents, is as far as try not to push your identities onto your children. Okay, that's a big thing.
Well, let's rephrase that.
Okay, what's a better way then?
Well, because to try is not to do.
Is not to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the parents that we're speaking to are unaware. They're just now gaining the awareness that, trapped emotions exist.
I think that's where that try came from.
Trapped emotions exist.
Yeah.
So for the parents, right, we want you to be mindful.
There we go.
Of your expression at all times.
Right.
Because we teach our children by being. That's how we teach them the most.
Right.
When we are not looking, they are looking. They're looking because we are their protectors. We are here to cultivate them in their environment. So if we have an environment with children, and in that environment, we are expressing anger, we are expressing, these lower vibrational frequencies or emotions like indecisiveness or anxiety or what is a plethora of
Guess who's picking
emotions.
that up?
Guess who's picking it up? Your kids. They're picking it all up. They're picking it all up. And then the moment that they are expressing, they're expressing in a way that you don't necessarily understand because they don't have all the words to explain it, you are triggered
I want you to use an example about you, because I love that story where you say like you're the youngest of your litter, okay, by far, and you was always around your sisters and everything like that. So you were picking up on those things as far as
Is there a specific?
Well, I was bringing you back there. So, but to get to the point, ma'am. Okay. Memory. Let me get to the point, because I was running you through it, but let me go ahead and tell you what it is. So when your mouth would run, okay, I don't know what other like example to give you, but when your mouth would be running, how they would be like, you acting grown and this and that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the examples that I wanted to lead you down.
Okay. Got you. So like my family always, they love to, and again, this
Jim,
is
don't
not,
be laughing.
this is something that all families do. Okay. Like when you evolve, they don't see the evolution they just see what you was grown, like what you was brought up in.
Right.
Like, they just see, they see you for where you was
That's
at.
it.
So no, like even to this day, like I've always been known to be that grown little girl. Like, 'cause I always had a mouth, always said what I had to say. I always said, but I always spoke in truth. That was the thing. I always spoke in truth. And I always spoke in honor. That's the thing that saved me. And
I respect that.
But to them, it's like my passion is what got misunderstood for like being grown and all these other things. But the interesting part about it though is that they embody everything that they see in me. And that's how it works. Something? They embody all the energies that they see in me. And it's like they speak about me as if they don't see it in themselves. But they see it in themselves. They know they extra.
They got to.
They know they extra. They know I'm extra too. But it's just funny because when they express about me, they just be doing it in a way that's like you all the same way. Like we all
you just extra. And
we all extra. Like really, I'm the baby. Like I got it from y'all.
Right.
And that's what it is.
That's funny.
So y'all, let me tell y'all a little bit about my releases, right? Because I also had some releases, and so did Kimora. But my releases, y'all. Okay, so when I went, my 2 was Helplessness. That was one that I released. Okay, didn't know that it still existed.
Still there.
And then the other one was Peeved. Now, Peeved, you may ask, what in the hell is that? What's Peeved? It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm peeved off. Like it's extreme irritability.
It's irritating.
And I mean, when I say agitation, I mean to the point where like I'm grinding my teeth in my sleep. I'm agitated like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, and anything would trigger that emotion, like smacking of gum.
When Mama was saying them songs, go ahead. When Mama saying them hymnals going around,
and my mother can blow, my mother can sing, but I think it's the hypocrisy in the word that really triggered my ass because her voice is so beautiful, but them hymnals were just
would get in it.
Ooh.
Why are you singing it so loud?
And I'm saying, when I say loud, my mom is loud. Like her voice, she don't need no microphone.
None.
She gonna blow this whole building out.
She can sing though. She can sing.
But girl, she used to sing the hell, and we was in a small ass apartment in New York, so there was no getting away from that shit. I'm like, God dang, I'm so irritated.
You was peeved off.
And so
Mama, you knew better than that.
My body said that it was ready to release it today, now. And so, y'all, the beautiful thing about this tool is that you actually get insight on where this shit was developed from. You get the tea on it. And that's the beautiful. The subconscious will tell you the truth. I'm telling you this. As soon as you take yourself through the protocols, the memory is your subconscious takes you back
to it.
And as soon as you have the awareness of the root of this emotion, I promise you are able to release it. That's your power. You gotta be aware of it though. You gotta know where it come from.
And be done.
And you're done. Some emotions need a little bit more coding. Some of them need you to know, like her generational one. Her body was like, she not ready to release it just yet. She needed to know that this was generational. And so once we
conscious mind caught that.
Once we came up on the fact that it was generational, then her body was ready to release it.
Because to be honest with you, conscious wanted to know where it come from.
We all did.
So
let me tell y'all about Peeve though and helplessness. So the helplessness, both of them stemmed as a child from childhood or whatever.
Facts.
But the helplessness stemmed from when my mom got sick. And it was just her and I. And this was a near-death sickness. This wasn't no little cold. This was like near-death experiences every day. Like traumatic, severe neck spasms.
I can't only imagine. Like her neck could have snapped.
All throughout the day. I would have to literally physically hold her head together and her neck in place.
At 8.
At 8. So, of course, helplessness.
At 8.
My mom felt helpless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how could she not? Single mother. You know what I'm saying? Going through so much.
Was this one the
physically.
absorbed one, or was this just?
This was both of them was absorbed. Yeah, both of them was absorbed.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, and then the peeved, y'all. This is funny. So, and my mom still, her nervous system still embodies this emotion because she doesn't know that it's trapped.
Yeah.
But like I even still express this emotion. We express the emotions until it's released. So I was still expressing helplessness points in times. I understand now where my dark thoughts came from and how it was being stemmed or cultivated. It was like, oh, from the helplessness energy. I see the correlation. Like this is helplessness movement right
Absolutely.
here. You know what I'm saying? Like just in a corner crying and just feeling helpless. I've had plenty of those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like, say what's wrong. And it's like, I don't know what's
I'm
wrong.
going down in this deep
I'm
dark.
going down the
I'm
hole.
going down this deep. No, come on, we gotta get out of it.
You know, and you'll tell me like it's okay to be here, but don't stay
there
here.
long. Yeah.
And now I know where it came from, and it won't happen no more because I released the energy.
That's beautiful.
And that's the beautiful part. That's how it works for
It
all
don't
of
happen
us.
no
It
more.
don't happen
It
no more.
truly
Once you
don't.
release it, it's done. It's gone.
That's facts.
But the peeved energy though, that was absorbed from my mom between the ages of 1 and 3, y'all, because she was peeved at my dad for the infidelity. So it also happened on my end too. Like she was highly irritated at his movements. They was probably highly irritated with each other. But I absorbed that emotion from my mom. She still, like I said, embodies that emotion and still expresses it too. And it's interesting to watch because she's unaware. So we'll be on the phone. This is every single conversation. She will literally tell a story. She's the best storyteller in the world.
I love her stories
tell the
too.
story, and you would feel, the person listening to the story will feel like she irritated. Like she got it, like she's mad at you, and she'll bust out laughing 2 seconds later. Like she'll say something hard, like
Some
girl,
Jekyll and Hyde.
like yeah, like as if she's irritated
That's how she
highly. But then 2
check
seconds
my
later, like girl, child, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're not mad. Like you're not, in your head, you just be like, oh, okay, she good. But her nervous system,
It was like some
still
Jekyll and Hyde stuff.
all the time.
what?
And this is the trapped emotion of peeved.
Ooh.
So
It's
when
heavy.
we express in ways that we can consciously be like, damn, this don't feel good.
Right.
Like, how'd I get here? Or, I ain't even mean for it to come out like that, or whatever it is, just know that there's at least one trapped emotion contributing to the problem or the pain. Look, we read that so many times in the book. We thought it was hilarious until we actually tested ourselves and said, well, God damn it.
There is at least one.
There's at least one. Sometimes it's
You
two.
can be good, but there's still at least one.
Yo, when I say
Okay.
we actually
Hell.
we put Kimora to the test because we said, you know what, she must got some things to release because we don't like the way she
this
expressed
is
it
for
right now.
children.
She finna get on my nerve with this expression. We got to see if this is a trap emotion behind this.
Right.
We have to see if it's a trap emotion behind this behavior because I'm just not going to receive it. And sure enough, there was two.
This
There was
actually
two.
works with children too. And it
Y'all.
helps them with their identity. They're carrying around shit that
Okay.
they don't know either.
It's another fact, okay? And this goes for everybody, but more so my brown and black people, okay? My people
Right.
of color.
Yeah.
Because of the years and generations of trauma, okay? And the years and generations of no releases going on is why our babies, we are born into this world with so many negative patterns already. We're already born with it because of the generations. Hence, the indecisiveness is one of them.
Yep.
That was in your generation, like generational bloodline.
And I can see that
Oh, it was so
all
prevalent.
the way through that.
Girl, present to this day.
to this day.
You would be trying to, I'm
Even
like,
in the family, just
Even with
so many.
me.
Even with you, yeah.
even with me on a daily, it's like, it's subtle. It was subtle.
and it would be like the subtlest things as
The
far as
subtlest
like
things.
making decisions on like going to college. In my family, it's like not mine, but in my mom and them's time, it's like these indecisiveness. It's like I'm gonna go to this college, but then end up backing out. Like indecisive. No, I'm not gonna do it. Like it was just so crazy. But back to Kimora though, she had two.
Yeah, her two that she released was anxiety was
Yep.
one of them. Y'all, and this stemmed from when she was 2 years old. That memory came back for both of us. We both was in there, like I was in there crying, sobbing, like literally, because I remembered. My subconscious brought me right back to how my baby absorbed this energy from me.
Yeah.
And during that time where she developed or she absorbed anxiety was when I was homeless. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Like I had to find a place to live. I couldn't have my child out here in Florida by myself, no family, no friends or nothing. So for 4 months, she had to stay with my mom for 2. She had to stay with her other grandmother for the other 2. I made that decision because I'm like, I'm not my baby has always been exposed to a great life.
Right.
And so I'm not in a position, okay, as a parent to have her out here.
Right.
Without an environment that she can thrive in. And so because of that time of me being homeless during that time, even though it was a short period, I developed anxiety. Of course. And of course, my 2-year-old being in the midst of me up under my bosom is going to absorb all of this.
Because you don't know where you're going to be. You don't know anything.
So for years, she carried this energy and she expressed it too. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I would label it as anxiety, like the stomach aches and just little things. It's like, oh my gosh, what is this? And so it came up finally the other day. It was anxiety. And then the other trapped emotion that she had, and this one is causing her physical pain in her back, y'all. She has been complaining about this pain since she was 5 years old. Again, we was brought right back to the memory of where this energy came from. But she absorbed anger.
Now
from
this
her
one
dad,
is a strong one.
a very strong one.
Anger.
Yes, anger. And this was from an experience that she had she wasn't in it. She was just there. She had nothing to do with it, but she was just in the presence in the environment of what happened with her dad and his partner. And his anger is what she absorbed, and she absorbed it immediately. She came home with it, and we saw it immediately. It was just instant. And for the last, 3 years, we have been trying to figure it out. And so we just recently started taking her to get adjustments, and that's been significant. Her pain went from like a 10 to a 3.
It's recommended to get some adjustments.
We're at a 3 right now.
Right.
And it just came up, and the energy came up, but it did not get released, y'all. This is how strong the energy was. Her back, as she was standing up, because you got to stand up to do the muscle testing, her back was starting to hurt so much that she couldn't finish the test.
Because it was trying to come out.
So it came, but it wasn't trying to release until we knew where it came from.
There you go.
That's the thing. The energy wants to be acknowledged. Like, we all want to be acknowledged.
Right.
The energy also wants to be acknowledged. And if
Valid
we're not,
point.
And if we're not feeding the energy, because all energies, they got to be fed. If we're not feeding a particular energy, it's not going to want to reside up in you no more. It wants to go where it can go and get fed. So if you are not feeding the energy or emotion of anger, you're going to feel it because it's trying to come up and out so it can go somewhere else to get fed.
Yep.
So that's what she's experiencing and had been experiencing this whole time, y'all, years. Never knew where it came from. It just came out of nowhere. And so, but now that we got the awareness of what it is, she's been released. We've been doing a lot of work over the last 3 years. But like I said, over the last couple of 4 weeks, since we started doing the adjustments, going to the chiropractor. Shout out to Happy Healthy Spine, Dr. Shannon. She's amazing. Shout out.
Yes.
My gosh, she is amazing. She's right here in St. Petersburg, you guys. She specializes in pediatric care. Okay, so take your children to get an adjustment. So for the last 4 weeks, we've been like consciously, intentionally working with this pain, and it just came up like 2 days ago. The emotion that is contributing to it. So I know that once we release it, the pain is going to go.
That back pain is going to be gone.
How's your hip and your shoulder doing? Because you was in physical pain before we started.
You asking me how this hip and shoulder is doing?
We actually dove into the emotion code because of your hip and shoulder pain.
It's so funny that you're mentioning that now, because I'm going to be actually conscious of my body, and I'm actually good.
You feel good?
Yes. That in between, because the in between, the funny thing is that resentment was in my heart wall, was in my heart. So the pain was behind
literally
my heart. It was behind it. And experienced this pain before until I began to become more aware of my body. I become to soften up. I began to let go of things.
Start to become
more sensitive. And like this aggy pain was in the back of my shoulder. There was no injury, nothing done to it. But to be honest with you, for real, like it's
and
it's really
y'all,
good.
And as her therapist, because we work on each other, obviously.
Yeah.
It would literally be congested. Like the tension and the knots would be in there for real. Like it's not just a phantom pain that you feel. It's actual, like these emotions. You have tension and knots and congestion all throughout your muscles. And this is the emotions that that are trapped within our nervous system. Okay? Like I want you guys to understand the science behind this. And there's receipts. You can go and research yourself. Everything that we're speaking on is facts. You know what I'm saying? We do the research for our own self. And so when it comes to what the body holds on to, it literally will create congestion and tension and knots and all of that in your tissues. Okay? And when your nervous system responds, it's on automation, okay? It's going to respond and react the way that it knows how to. So
Yes.
if you are embodying these trapped emotions that you have no awareness of, your nervous system is going to always respond and react in certain ways that you feel is just like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Like, why can't I move away? Like, why is this cycle so continuous? Right? You have that awareness, but it's because of the trapped emotions that you don't know about.
And they're more than likely not yours.
And some of them are going to be.
Some of them will.
Because
but
some of them develop from experiences that,
Yes.
you know, we are all victims in, okay? But your power lies outside of victim energy.
there you
Okay, I
go.
just want to make that clear.
Please.
Like, yeah, we all have been victims in some way, shape, or form. That's facts. But
stay
everybody's
there.
power lies outside of victim energy. So being able to see your contribution in that experience
Mm-hmm.
is going to liberate you from it. It doesn't matter if you was the victim. Your contribution in that experience, because you do have a contribution in it. If you didn't, you wouldn't be in the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Until you can see your contribution in that, the cycle is going to repeat.
That's true.
It's going to repeat.
That's
okay?
true.
That's kind of a big one for, you know, people to kind of digest, because if you feel like a victim, you feel like it's not your fault. People be like, I'm the victim, it's not me. But you contributed to it though. You are a victim, but you had some type of contribution to this experience. An outcome
gotta-
can only for an outcome to exist.
Your hand, man.
Catalyst must also exist. It's certain parts of the puzzle that's present.
Right.
Okay, so which part of the puzzle was from your hand? Yes, you are a victim. We're not negating that fact. We're not negating the fact that you are a victim in this.
For sure.
But where was your hand in it? Because that's where you're going to be able to make the change. That's where you're going to be able to liberate
Did
yourself.
I contribute to this experience?
You absolutely did.
You absolutely did.
You in it. You contributed
You
in some
absolutely
way,
did.
shape, or form. Whether it was through thought, whether it was through an action, a word, a belief, okay, an emotional response. It doesn't matter. There was some contribution in some way, shape, or form that was from your hand if you are in the experience.
Right.
Even if you are a victim. Okay? I could be very real with this. I had an experience one time where I identified the experience as traumatic because I felt like I was nearly raped. Okay? I was a victim in that situation, but I also contributed to it. I went against my own intuition to go over to the place.
It makes sense.
I went against my own intuition
You
to
knew.
communicate with the person. I went against all the red flags. I went against them all.
Yep.
Why? Because of the trapped emotions that I was unaware of. I didn't know. I read certain things as love because my mom read certain things as love. Because her mom
Valid.
read certain things as
Valid.
love. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so if we are reading same things as love, we're not going to know it's not love until we get to a point where we are disrespected to a point of no return. So I needed that experience so that I can see that, oh, this is not love. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Because then that brought me awareness of what I was responding to. Mm-hmm. And I realized that I don't want to respond to this. This doesn't feel good. You know,
And that's when you
This
start
doesn't feel
chipping
good.
away.
And you start
Yes.
chipping away. You start
This is
chipping
not
away.
me.
Start
Yep.
chipping away.
Yep.
You know, and that's how it is for everyone, you guys. And so these concepts and perspective shifts, they do support living in wholeness. Okay, but you must know that pain is a part of the process. Pain is inevitable.
Don't last forever though.
But pain is also temporary.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it's okay. Like we all fall short of the glory. Okay, we all are being better people each and every day. It's a practice. We have to unlearn. We have to unlearn the programming and the conditioning. We were all born into conditional love.
For sure.
Okay, like that's just what it is from generations. You know, but we're so favored to come across new knowledge, new information. Well, not new, but it's new for us. Knowledge and information and concepts and books and YouTubes and Tribe and just so much, so many resources out here.
There are tons
that we could take advantage of that's in support of our healing. Okay. And so, those were my releases.
I think they were.
Thinking
That's just
horse.
amazing.
It is, and I cried. I cried heavily too. Ugly cry. I love a good ugly cry. It feels so good. I get dramatic with mine. I'll scream. I'll get it out. I get it out. I breathe hard. I gets it out.
Yo, stuff just falling from the nose. Everything. I mean, it is the most. It looks like The Exorcist.
It does.
It literally does. It's the ugliest thing ever. Do I need to call the priest?
Right.
What's going on? Where's the sage?
I gotta burn this out.
Right, we gotta get this up through.
We gotta clean this air because this is too much.
Yo, and I would say too. I'm gonna get on a little bit of superficial aspects of identity. What time is it?
Girl, you got time.
Oh, okay, because
she got us.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So I was like, what time is it? Because I see you keep looking down at your phone, and I'm like, is that
I'm pushing through? Right?
You
pushing through because I had an experience where, and I just wasn't listening. Right?
Let me. What does that mean? Wrap it up. It's time to. The music has cued in. Get off.
Oh, I didn't even.
That's like one of them.
Well, it's 5 ways to listen.
Look, it's like the Subway commercial they got now. Oh wait, the Subway coming in. Hold up, wait. Leave you with your words in your mouth.
Chandra put the music on. Okay, she was like, y'all, we gotta
leave
wrap
you
it
with
up.
your words in your mouth. Cue the music.
You got 9 minutes, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna bring up some other things too in regards to other children growing up now, and the freedom to express is so prevalent now.
I love it.
So even with the parents, how it is. You want your kids to buckle up. You want them to shave and look corporate-y. But some of these kids, let them express if they want to, dye their hair, Barney purple, whatever it is. If they want to have, a piercing or two, that's just them expressing themselves. You don't have to dim them to hell, okay?
You talking to the older.
I'm just saying, because that's just what it is.
Right.
These things are just expressions of self.
I appreciate the young people that they coming through. They
sharp.
Kicking the door down.
They sharp.
They kicking the door down. They are expressing themselves unapologetically, and they got a message and they got a word.
Ooh.
And I'm here supporting them. I love to see it. I love to see that because
love to listen to hear the thoughts and processes of folks these young people because they blowing stuff. Let me not use that word. Let me not use blow up. They are really out here expanding some things. Let's say that. Okay, because I don't want nobody knocking on the door.
They teaching us a lot. I think it's important for us to show up unapologetically. Who cares if you stutter over a word?
Who cares?
Who cares if your hair is not done?
Who
cares? Okay?
Those are things of the past.
You're still great. That doesn't take away from your gift. It doesn't take away from your purpose and your passion. Okay? I had to get over that.
Come on, man.
I'm a master communicator. I love to speak. Okay? I had to get over my fear of showing up behind the damn camera. Nah, it's full cameras in here.
Right? Okay. Come on, now you ain't getting away with nothing.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
So just show up anyway. Express how you feel. Y'all.
No shave Thursday, no shave November, December, October, all of them. It don't matter.
Do what you want to do, child. Because, you only got one life to live.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things right now that's not actually making sense. Okay, and
when you
come to that awareness that shit ain't making sense, you good, you golden. That's an indication to do what you want to do. Do what you want to do regardless. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like you have enough money or you have enough knowledge. You have everything you need. If you feeling the pull to go towards it, you got everything you need. And like Auntie Tab said, if you need a recipe, you don't trust yourself. Yo, I read that out of her book, and that stuck with me. It stuck with me.
Right.
Yeah, it stuck with me.
It did. Auntie Tab. Yeah, if you need
a recipe, you don't trust yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, you need to practice.
Right. Now, there's one exception to the rule.
What?
Now, if you don't know what certain things are, you've never cooked with a certain product, go ahead and use the recipe. But then after that, make it on your own.
Get Auntie Tab's book, please. Get her
Look,
book.
she don't agree, but I you know what? I'm gonna agree with that. And then what was it? Lastly, y'all, just the young ones out there, and that's including all of us, live your best life. Live your best life, okay? And this is for the folks out there. I'm not downgrading school, okay? I'm not saying don't send your kids to school. If they want to go to school, they can. But guess what? You can do it without it as well.
That part, you can do.
You can do it without it, okay? Without it. There are young entrepreneurs, 14, 15 years old,
Younger than
coming
that,
up
7,
with some
8.
amazing things
Writing
out
books.
here, writing books, coming up with clothing lines,
Yeah.
luxury bags,
All type
all
of stuff.
from this, all from
All
using
from the
their
mind.
mind, using
All
their
from the mind.
creativity, because that's what we
Yes.
need. We need people to continue to create. All right, and continue to expand. All right,
Queen J
don't
got a word
stop
today. She on the
creating.
pulpit.
Don't stop creating. Yo, this is what happens when emotional releases get gone. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm much more comfortable sitting up here. That's what that
Wow.
is. I'm much more comfortable speaking. My voice is not a quiver. I can retain information. So when these
honey.
trapped emotions get released, yo, like you
Okay.
stand in your power and in your truth.
That's
If you don't
facts.
believe it, go ahead and just give us a call, 727-373-6732.
Yo, when I say I'm here for the healing, I am here for it.
Y'all gonna see it. Go ahead and look at that past episode. All just like I already knew. I'm calling myself out, so y'all ain't got to. I already know me. Just like I'm going back to that Eminem 8 Mile. You know what I'm saying? I know all
Yes.
about me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that you can tell me that I don't know about myself.
Yo, you better shine here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, let's get it.
You better shine on them.
I love it, y'all. And this
Okay.
is what happens, you guys, in non-traditional containers
Yo.
of therapy. I cannot
Yo.
stress that enough. Non-traditional therapy saved our life.
Yo.
It still saves our life today. Having someone to talk to in the
Genuinely.
midst of what you're going through
Yes.
is a game changer, bro. Being able to contact or text or send a voice memo when you are in the heat of a crisis and
Yo.
having that person just respond with a, you know what, I hear you. I acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me
I hold
your
space
story.
for you. What's going on?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. You feel me? Like, tell me your story. Let's see our options. That is a game changer, you guys.
Yo.
And so what I want to invite and offer
Yeah.
to you all is unlimited Voxer support. This is brand new. I'm
Yeah.
beta testing this container because I feel like there's
I
people
love
out
it.
here that need it.
Yes.
I am giving you guys $1 your first month.
Come
with me,
on,
okay?
man.
I am showing up $1 because I need y'all to invest in
Yes.
yourself. Okay,
Invest in yourself.
Yes,
You care about
$1
yourself, it's $1.
You're $1 the first month, okay, and then $22 the month after that. This is a
That's
beta
it.
test, so of course the value will, the value will change if it needs to. But right now we're at $1 a month.
That's
all
it.
right. I don't want y'all to think about it. If it's for you, I need you guys to go on
Come get this transformation.
SMBW2.com. I need you to go sign up for that registration and get in the conversation with me.
Get into a container.
Get into a container with me. If you are serious
Facts.
about your transformation, if you are serious about your healing, if you want to uncover some trapped emotions, if you are tired of the same mundane
Same old
cycles,
thing.
if you are ready for evolution actively, okay, you are moving actively every day towards being better, and you resonate and align
Yo.
with the way that I show up in life, okay,
Yo.
then you need to sign up. You feel me? Because I'm
Yo,
committed.
this is real,
I'm
yo.
committed.
This is real, yo.
I'm committed.
This is real.
Like my transformations is real. My queen's transformations be real. You feel me? And I want more people to transform. with me.
Yes, we want to grow
So,
together, yo.
It's plenty of room at the top, yo.
Plenty.
There's so many things that have came into our reality that we've become a master in. Okay, we're able to show up every single day consistently, feeling good, and I want other people to feel that way. And so I'm serious. It's
Yes.
$1 your first month. You have nothing to lose.
Nothing.
You have nothing to lose.
Everything to
it's
gain.
$1 a month. If you can't invest in yourself, then you obviously not worth it yet. You don't believe that yet. You're not worth it yet. And I'm real. I'm being all the way real with that. So if you felt moved on that and you felt like, you know what, I am worth it, then you need to go ahead and invest in $1 into yourself.
Yo.
And sit in a container with me. Hey, girl.
Y'all already know what it is.
Yes.
Y'all already know what it is. Y'all, look, subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? Get on there, hit that subscribe button, okay?
Yes.
Hit that notification button as
Yes.
well. Make sure it's on Power Plug Radio, okay?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and download the app in the App Store or Google Play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell Alexa to play Power Plug Radio. How many more do we have?
Girl, the PowerPlugRadio.com.
Power Plug Radio. Let's see, what else?
And then you can also join the conversation.
Yes,
too.
you can. Yes, yes. Call in.
727-686-0512.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Begin the day with love.
Fill the day with love.
End the
End
day with love. Peace.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Yeah. home of your throwback jams.
Little juicy, my dialogue, little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me, and my strength is now inhuman. I get that straight from my Umi, signed in silver, mouth the grill of yours and truly.
You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my Malibis, reciting affirmations like holy rites, and I still don't know everything. But I guess confessions from 8x11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny styling me.